Rascal are a 5-piece rock band and they're giving it everything they've got. Here's the keyboard player Mal telling us why it matters to him.
It's a new lease on a meaning for life. Well, I hate to sound big, but a meaning for life. You know, it's really brought meaning into my life because now I have a fabulous relationship with my family again because there's more balance in myself because I just get to go and play music.
Rascal, 5 men from Melbourne, Australia. On the wrong side of 50, but the right side of 70. Passionate musicians, as excited as teenagers to begin recording their second album. It's June 2020, and after 5 singles released off the first album, it's time to start planning a new recording. Each band meeting or rehearsal begins with a round of what I feel like saying. It's a check-in to see how they're all doing.
Oh, just people of our age, and there's not many people doing it, sort of writing songs about what it's like to be our age. And you know, what are the challenges, you know, what are the things, the great things and all that sort of thing. And, you know, so you're really sort of connecting with people's lives, you know. And
that done, it's on to the discussion about the new recording.
Like to change my attitude and could not imagine. There's something about those ones that is very strong, I reckon. Yeah, I reckon everyone listened to it.
And I think I'm just going to listen to my parts and just go, oh, that's what I'm playing in that bit.
Yeah, but I reckon listen to everybody else's parts as well.
Listen to anybody else's part.
Yeah, you're still busy. You're busy going E.
So we record here. We'll record at my studio. It's cheaper than that. And we got no money. That's that. And we could either get Lil or Gus to engineer. We can have a think about that.
Now the guys have figured out how they'll record, it's time to figure out what they'll record.
Once we know our parts, we're just recording them, aren't we?
There's new parts that will come up as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. So the main thing we'll focus on in there is capturing Jerry's drum kit.
Yeah.
And your bass, but then basically your keys and then vocals, they'll just be all overdubbed.
There's always a question about how much time and money to spend on a recording.
The thing is, if we want this thing to be, you know, like broadcast quality, but I don't want to be in a compromising
feeling like we
situation.
have to nail it.
But I'm not saying we have to have it done in a day. That's what I'm saying.
Well, there's no way that's going to happen.
Jerry says that he'd like to unpack the song.
Yeah, but just being mindful also not to overcook it. We've actually spent a bit of time on these songs too.
Don't be afraid that it's not going to get overcooked.
I'm not being afraid
because every time I say something like that, you push back.
I feel like it could fucking take forever. Do you know what I mean? When I hear those things, I think, why do we need to unpack it again?
Because you're going to get an idea. If you get it, but what's the hurry?
Well, in 5 years I've recorded fucking 10 songs. It's not a hurry, but let's just get on with something.
I just listen. I let the new song talk to me. And if there's something that's going, you know, that doesn't seem as strong as it could be. Like that's my whole thing in producing. I want to make everything strong so that there's no point where you listen and you go, oh yeah, next, you know, and you flip it into the next song or go somewhere else. You know?
I actually feel like we could start recording I Could Not Imagine. And those things that you're talking about would be fixed in that process. You know, that's where we take it that last 5% to sort some things out.
This is something bands do all the time.
And I'm used to doing that sort of process as well, where you rehearse up your parts. You go in to play them, but then what Jerry's called out there is there's going, wait a minute, that's not, like that part isn't actually working that well.
So when you start listening back is when I benefit the most from that process.
Yeah.
Because you're hearing like yourself playing, and you sort of think, that's not sitting right. Or
So the plan is made.
Until September, you can forget about gigs. There's really no gigs. So we focus on this recording and documenting the recording.
Well, let's see if we can rehearse next week.
Yeah.
And then
Plan a date.
and then we'll plan a date to actually do at least the bulk of recording.
Yeah.
We can meet at like 9 o'clock or something and just start.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Because we'd probably get it done in a day.
day-ish.
Most of it.
How long will the recording take? Will Jerry get to unpack the things that Andrew thinks are sorted? Will Ian identify his demographic? All in the next episode.
I ask a question.